I think it's an incredible exercise for building your hamstrings. And I'll go even further to say, if you understand the science of your hamstrings, then you know that doing a leg curl is essential. One of the muscles that sits on the outside of your hamstring is called your biceps femoris. It has a short head and a long head. The short head doesn't attach at your hip. So when you hear all these people say all you have to do is hip hinging, stiff-leggeds for your hamstrings to fully grow, that's incorrect. You have to do a leg curl to work that part of your hamstring. And that's the part that can help you visually have that hang. I'll post some pictures up here of my legs back in the old days. They don't look like that anymore. So leg curls. Number one, you got to do your leg curls. Number two, I'm going to stay on the leg curls. I rarely ever see people go max intensity, crazy effort on leg curls. And I don't have a problem with that. I think it's a great exercise. But you've got a real thick adductor called the adductor magnus that sits in there, and you can really hit it by going deeper on your leg movements. It could be a squat. It could be a hack squat where you sink it real low. You kind of get this kind of high and wide foot position on those. It doesn't need to be real wide, but that depth is where that adductor magnus really, really gets a lot of work. And I remember when I had a little bit more mobility, and I remember I used to be able to squat deeper, the most soreness I would have in my legs after training would be in the adductors. That's where they were always sore. Then as I lost a little mobility and I couldn't get quite as deep on those, I didn't get that soreness. So then what we did, and we'll talk about this later, was we used exercises that we could get deep on, like a hack squat, for example, so we could continue to get that depth and push those adductors. So if you really want to work that adductor magnus, that thick muscle group, what I want you to do is I want you to do a little deeper squats. If you can't do deep squats due to your system, your structure, the way you're built, find a machine where you could do like a machine squat or something like that that allows you to get that depth at the bottom. That's really going to help thicken up your adductor magnus. So when you're going to train your legs hard, I really think you got to focus on the right size small meal before you train, an intro workout while you train to continue to supply aminos and carbs, and then a good meal after you train. It's very demanding, and your body's in a position to soak up all that nutrition, so make it happen.